think I'm going to pass out. That's always the best way to start a video. I had good lunch. Maybe I should have eaten a little bit more, but I drank coffee yesterday. No, I drank tea, and I went to bed at 11, got up at 5, and I was like, well, might as well just get up. So we're going to learn about animation, and this is what you want to do right here. So you just create an animation name. So here on the body, we're applying an animation. We're giving it this animation name. And then you do @keyframes, and you cite that name, and then this connects it to there. And it says at 0%, you know, we're going to have this. At 100%, we're going to do that. And then you have all these different properties you could set. So you have animation name. You could also do duration, timing function, right? That ease thing again. Delay if you want. How much you want it to do. Infinite. You can alternate so it goes there and then comes back, right? The direction. Fill mode forward means it ends in that position. Play state running. So let's just look at some examples and see the code. Here's no animation. No animation. Here is animation. I'm not hovering over it or anything. It's just running on its own. So just turn the animation on. And the CSS on that. Do 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 do. So body, animation name, change color, animation duration 2 seconds, iteration count infinite. Change color references this at 0%, color's red, at 100%, color's blue. See if there's one that's a little bit cleaner of an example. Animation direction. Let's create our own. Well, we had that nice div. I guess we'll just redo it. We'll go get the CSS from here. There we go. And so that one is that div on the left side of the screen. And where do we apply the animation? Let's take off the transition. And we don't need the hover. Let's go read about animation. Shorthand property for all of these other properties. Keyframes, duration, timing function, delay, iteration count, direction, fill mode. So all that stuff. Syntax, values, formal syntax. And here we have div. And the animation is applied to Cylon I, that div. So we can just do it right there. So let's apply an animation to this div, animation name. And Waka Baka, I like that. And then we need @keyframes, Waka Baka. Okay, and then we need 0%, and we need 100%. Let me just make sure I got the syntax on that right. 0%, 100%, and then we just put rules in there, right? So this is starting out, oh, I don't want it there. I want it here. And it's starting out, 0% is flex start. So justify content is flex start. And justify content is flex end. And then we have all that other stuff we could add in. Animation, duration. We'll make it 2 seconds. Animation, timing function, we'll make it linear. Animation, direction. No suggestions. Normal, reverse, alternate. Let's try alternate. And animation, timing, duration, name, delay, iteration count, infinite. Isn't that what it was? Iteration count is infinite, or you could specify a number, it looks like. I don't know, that's enough. Let's see what happens. I animated it. So I think my description that a transition happens between 2 points and an animation happens between 2 or more, I don't think that's a good description anymore. Because just like looking at these today, transition is kind of like, hey, I'm going to transition from one thing to another. An animation, and you need something to happen for it to transition, because I'm going from one thing to another. And an animation is, it's just animated. And so now we're going from one thing to another. Let's add a transition. Now what is transitioning? Well, that div's transitioning. So transition, and we have transition that's all of them, duration, property, delay. Is it just transition? Timing function, duration. Timing function, I'm going to do an ease out. But what is the transition? Name, is there a name? No, it's just transition. Oh, it's transition property, right? We specify the property, and it's all. But if we wanted to, we could probably specify justify content. So transition property all, ease out, and transition, I don't know if this is going to work. Duration, we'll make it 2 seconds also. Let's see what happens. So it's kind of like just popping from one to the other. I'd like it if it eased over. So maybe to get that to ease over, I was thinking that would do it. So I'm just going to comment those out. Maybe to get it over, instead of flex box, but that seems like that should be the way that works. It starts at one place and goes to the other. Let's comment some of this out and see what happens. Same thing. Comment that out. Nothing. So we need that. And that only happened there and back. Linear. Try ease. Nothing. Alternate. It's going to go back and forth. And infinite. Keeps going forever. With a long delay over on the right. Animation delay, animation timing. Let's go back and look at a couple of these. So that's just changing its color. changing color. And if we open this up, let's close them all, and open those two up, split vertically. And we have our animations on the body. What would happen if this animation is on, because we have the body and then we have this SVG symbol. SVG is its own thing, so I guess maybe it has to be applied to the body. Let's look at some other examples. I just want to get the SVG stuff out of there. Solution. Man, we still have SVG stuff. Cool. All right. That's nice. So the paragraph, grow text, duration 4 seconds, infinite count, direction alternate, ease in and ease out, from 0% one size to 17 at the other. Starts out at 1. Do we even need that there? Don't need that. All right, so that's kind of cool. Why is that one doing the grow, whereas the Flexbox didn't do the cross back and forth? Right? So what would be another way we could position something in left and right side of a page? We could do position, right? So let's try position, and we'll keep this CSS here to reference, and we'll come back to this, and we have our animations. Zero two. And then that's that other. So instead of, here we have that circle. And we want that circle to go from the left side of the page to the right. Right now we're using Flexbox. And if we take Flexbox off, so this goes away, that goes away, and we don't have any Flexbox stuff there. We do have Flexbox stuff here that goes away and there. And now it's up at the top. Just thinking about this for a second. How do we get that over to the right side of the page? I'm thinking position. And relative to itself, no. Absolute. Something else, yeah, maybe try fixed. And top, 0. See where that puts us. And then left, 0. Cool, we're in the same spot. And then here we could do right, 0. Oh, sorry, this is going to be left, 0. Left, 0. And right, 0. And so we have animation that we want on that one now, right, on the div. We don't need a height on our body anymore. And the animation we're going to put on our div. Let's just relaunch this. Make sure that we have the right one. Yep. I don't think so. I think we're just changing one property. And let's take these off. So there we got some movement. Infinite. Let's bring it down to 1 second. I'm tired of, or 500 milliseconds. I'm tired of waiting. Let's make it a second. And let's make it alternate. I want to flow across the screen. Oh, because I'm going from left to right, and left stayed set. I need to do left, right, because it's left set, right set. They're just both set. It's kind of weird. Maybe if I do left, 800 pixels. I don't think you need pixels, do you? Maybe. Ah. And I'll just go for 1600 or 1400. 1420. It's perfect. And you see the easing in and easing out. Which one goes fast and which one goes slow? Yeah, I can't figure out which what that ease in, ease out is doing. Ease out. It's kind of cool. Animation. So that one has a fill mode. This is without the fill mode. Thumbs up, and the animation is over. And so with the fill mode, that's this right here. Fill mode forwards, so it ends in the forward position. See as being. By animation play state, you can pause it, delay, transform, and rotate. Rotated the dog, no animation. There's the rotating dog with animation. Hypnotizing. But then you could do things like a spinner. Loading. And we've got for fun here. Let's see what for fun is. So is that an animation or a transition? I think a transition, right? When I hover, it happens. And so, no. Let's see. Split vertically. And hover, oh, on hover, the animation kicks in. And at 0%, it's this. And then at 100%, it's all those. Ease in, 750, forwards. I like that. A lot going on there. If that doesn't get your attention, make you want to put money into the slot machine, I don't know what will.
Play the lotto.
So we have animation name, ease in, forwards, alternate, infinite. So it's going infinite, and there's no hover. The previous one, it was set to kick in on a hover. This one's just set on the div. And the background color is deep sky blue, gold to gold, and rotate 282 degrees. Transform, rotate. See, here's a flex not working. See what I was trying to do there. Bam, 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 not working. What was I trying to do? Get that div. Flex start, flex end. I was trying to do that same thing. It's like not working. It's funny how I revisit the same problems. Split vertically. And there's that same ball thing with some change. That's kind of cool. And so it's the div has all this, and then it left 0, left 90 VW worked. But that same thing, I used left on each, right? What?
Is all this code on
yeah,
your,
yeah,
GitHub?
yeah. And then border radius changes and background color.
I like that.
I like that one too.
It's nifty. It's eye-catching.
Oh, that's cool. So you can make it change shape too.
Yeah.
And could you put a picture, like how you have the dog, picture of the dog in there?
Sure.
Spinning.
Split vertically. And here's a spinner. Woo!
Makes me think of a computer, like or a game with a reloading. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
reloading.
like when you're playing a game and it has that circle and it transitions into modes. Yeah.
All right. Let's find some
We can
homework
also
for
do
y'all to
that
do.
in my